What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing why men think about the Roman Empire, and in particular why this man thinks about the Roman Empire all the time. Literally almost every day, if not every day, I think about the Roman Empire. And there are a lot of reasons for that. First and foremost, I would just like to say that I do find it interesting that some people have kind of taken this trend of, do men think about the Roman Empire, to grouping it into a very specific group of men, and I found that to be very stupid. And what I'm talking about is stuff like this. And the reason why stuff like that bothers me is because I'm on neither wing of the political bird or any of that stuff. So, I am not far right. And also, some people have gone on to group it as far right white men, especially that think about the Roman Empire, because, whatever, some people, I guess, like in the thumbnail of that video that I just clipped right there, that certain people have said that they think about the Roman Empire hopping on this trend, right? And I just find it stupid because I am not white. I mean, I have European ancestry, but I clearly don't pass as white. I'm of mixed race myself, and I'm very proud of all of my ancestors. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk more about that later. Essentially, I'm not from a predominantly European bloodline, but nonetheless, I do have some European in me, and that doesn't qualify for whether I think about the Roman Empire or not. The reasons that I'll be listing, literally only one of them has to do with that, but truthfully, the majority of the reasons have nothing to do with anything racial. And also, for clarity's sake, I would just like to make it clear again that I am not a part of the political dialogue discourse. So let's just move forward into some of the reasons why I think about the Roman Empire pretty much every day. First and foremost, I think that people that detest people that think about history, and I'm a history nerd, so I'm going to be biased in my video, but of course, I think that people that detest history or choose not to learn about history are very willfully ignorant, and it doesn't allow them to see in the full picture. They might have a simple understanding, but they don't allow themselves to see in the full picture how everything that happened in the past led to where we are now. So really, when it comes to Rome in particular, this couldn't be any further from, exactly why we live the way we do now. Because the West is entirely modeled after the Roman Empire. Christianity is a big part of the West and was for a very long time. And some people might argue that it still is. I myself am not a Christian, but I'd be a liar if I denied the fact that Christianity got such a huge foothold in Europe and then later on in later parts of the world due to the impact that the Roman Empire had when they had adopted Christianity and made it its own formal faith in Roman Catholicism. Really everything from our social standards to our political buildings and a lot of things that we do in the West are directly tied to the Roman Empire. Now, secondly, I'm going to expand upon the first point by expanding upon Christianity's impact on the world and how that was only possible because of Roman Catholicism, and expanding that, forcing that through the people in Europe, and then later forcing it onto people in the Americas, Africa, Asia. Colonization itself is rooted very deeply in the Christian faith, in the sense of European colonization of other nations and other places in the world. Christianity was a huge thing that allowed them, or at least in their minds, gave them the right to subjugate groups of people that did not succumb to their religion at that time. So therefore, yes, colonization itself wouldn't have been possible without the efforts that the Romans put behind the church in order for Europe to have such a strong faith in Christianity. Now, the third reason why I think about the Roman Empire almost every day is because I actually am originally from a Spanish-speaking territory, or at least the Spanish is the first language of that territory. So therefore, along actually with the fact that I have great-grandparents that are directly from the Iberian Peninsula, that I have Hispano-Roman ancestry, as well as, you know, Celtic and Germanic ancestry, and, you know, we can get into the whole history of Spain and all that. I am an ancestor venerator. So therefore, if I'm venerating my ancestors every day, I then have to think about my different ancestors and give them their appreciation, give them their credence in my creation and in my life. So therefore, that is, you know, I cannot get around thinking about the Roman Empire every day. That's really the main three reasons why I think about the Roman Empire on a daily basis. I don't think that it has anything to do with being right-wing or being predominantly European, Caucasian, male, whatever. To me, I'm a history buff. I love my ancestors. I don't care, you know, which ones they are. And you know, I know that some of them did horrible things, and not just the European ones. There was war in all kinds of places, and you know, they all had their reasons for it at the time. So, you know, I can't blame them for anything that they've done. All I can do is appreciate what they have done for me to be here today. So I'm grateful for that. And yeah, you know, I do think about the Roman Empire consistently. Do I think about the grievances that they have caused some of my other ancestors, some of my Germanic ancestors, some of my Celtic, North African ancestors? Yes. Do I think about that? Of course. But nonetheless, they're all a part of me. They're all inside of me. So I have to be grateful for their existence. I have to be grateful for what they left behind. And I have to be grateful for the fact that so much of their information is available to me today, you know, which I can't say the same for some other groups of my ancestry. So yeah, you know, Roman Empire is essential to, I would say, a lot of people in today's world existing in the way that they do, and their family lineages existing the way that they do, especially in Latin America, but of course even all over Europe and really all over the world, because again, none of the things that have transpired, Britain wouldn't have taken over 95% of the world if it wasn't for Rome. You know, nothing that has happened in history would have happened the way it did. I mean, just imagine if one small difference happened within the lifespan of the Roman Empire. If the Carthaginians in the Punic Wars defeated Rome at that point in time, the whole course of history would have been different. We would have been speaking Punic, a Punic dialect. We would have been, you know, possibly, I don't know, a way more different culture, definitely. Probably would have had some very different social norms. Who knows if the Carthaginians would have accepted Christianity? They were very faithful. They loved to demonstrate their faith in their weaponry and their armor. You know, they were very into their Punic deities, their Punic ancestor veneration. So, I mean, the Romans were also Hellenistic, but now I'm getting off topic. But anyways, I just wanted to say why I think about the Roman Empire every day. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think about the Roman Empire every day and why in the comments below. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe and like and share this video. A lot of you guys that are watching my videos are not subscribed, and I can see that. So please just subscribe if you do like this kind of content, and I would love to talk more about history, and I would love to talk with you guys more about history. So yeah, go ahead, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Ashe.